You seem like you've seen better days. Did you find Emily?
You saved my life, Captain.
A hidden research lab, a rogue agent, and a compelling mystery lurking in the darkness. Welcome to my honest review of The Veil, an incredible, lore-friendly, fan-made Starfield expansion.
Shall I deal with them?
Allow me.
Once you reach level 10 with the Veil installed, you can grav jump over to the Andromeda system, wherein you'll receive a distress call from a former UC Aegis agent by the name of Emily Archer. Follow the quest marker and you'll touch down on an isolated research facility, the first of many unique locations featured in this action-packed, narrative-focused paid creation by the AlmightySE.
Did you, handle the situation outside?
I did. Yeah, I did. I did.
After a brief conversation with Emily, asking you to help her infiltrate an old research lab housing a formidable mystery, the Veil sends you out on your first task. You are instructed to forcibly obtain an access card from some eclectic mercenaries. These first few missions hit you with some very heavy-handed shooting galleries, but in a good way. They really hit the spot for a high-level character. These areas are scaled to your level, as far as I can tell, but pack some very high-level enemies mixed in with some low-level cannon fodder that seem to come in small groups. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but everything seemed very well balanced, well designed and well paced, and a lot of fun. Okay, maybe I was just happy to have a reason to jump back into Starfield's great combat and shooting systems again, but I feel like the Almighty did a great job laying these combat sections out to be fun but challenging enough to make the player take a level of care when blasting their way through heaps of enemies.
Blasting, bang, bang.
Those early missions before the plot really opened up always felt fun enough that I was happy to just go along with everything and keep on blasting while I waited for the story to really thicken up. You spend a lot of time in these first few shootouts carving your way through eclectic mercenaries before the Veil reveals its all-new, morally ambiguous faction, the Genesis. Now, I said morally ambiguous, but your first few encounters will take place through torrents of gunfire and death. These are no ordinary goons, mercs, or space pirates though. And through dialogue that opens up in the third act of this paid creation, these guys are given a good amount of depth as the player character is made to confront their own actions alongside consequences of things to come.
But your meddling has escalated beyond a mere annoyance.
It's really well done and actually caught me off guard, deepening the main plot points presented to the player thus far. These dialogues set out to explain the faction's presence, purpose and principles, and it's all very well done. It's very seamless, it never feels like it's being shoved down your throat, it's very good writing, and it makes sense. This feels like a good time to touch on the voice acting in this player-made expansion, which is also sensational. These characters fit right into Starfield's universe.
Again? What happened?
You saved my life, Captain. Thank you.
We could have been allies, Emily.
With writing that feels grounded and familiar, whilst also not being afraid to have a little fun and try some new things.
You magnificent space legend.
The voice talent are all professional and it shows, but the writing behind these voices is also super immersive, keeping that all-important immersion front and centre throughout the entire experience.
Hey, you. You're finally awake.
The Veil does a really good job of introducing and fleshing out some really good characters here that feel like they do belong in the world of Starfield and they know their place, even if it's only a handful. The most prominent of these protagonists, though, introduced in the creation is without a doubt Emily Archer. Emily, when we first meet her, and probably for maybe the first half of this expansion, acts very competent and driven, almost stubborn. Though the playtime of this creation probably rounds out to maybe 5 hours for one playthrough, if you listen to the dialogue diligently and take your time with everything, we can see Emily's character change in a very organic way. She can either double down on her stubbornness or open up to the player and emerge from the other side of this short story. Pretty shell-shocked and humbled, actually, and maybe a little scarred. It's a showcase of the writer's ability to put a character in a situation and have the character react to the events enacted by the player, which is exactly what I like to see from narrative experiences, especially in gaming. And the Veil absolutely delivers on this point. Every character we meet here seems to have their own motivations and effortlessly displays themselves as multifaceted and capable of acting on their own terms, even in the short time we spend with them. The story overall, although short-lived, I've found to be more and more engaging the more time I put into it. There's really no cheap gimmicks or flashy new features to pull you in here. It's a narrative experience, and for me personally, every mission or quest left me more intrigued, interested and invested than the last. Very well paced, very well presented and very fun to play through. Hats off to the Almighty, even if it was a little short-lived. Now, I saw some complaints online about bugs in this creation. Well, I'm happy to report that I didn't come across anything major or minor. The whole experience was smooth and everything worked as it should, as far as I can tell. I have seen players online encounter bugs that might hinder progress or stop them in the tracks, so it's worth looking into that. But most posts seem to be from earlier releases. It's worth noting, if you downloaded this from the Creation Club, put it to the bottom of your load order. That's what the author, the Almighty, suggests and recommends. But yeah, to summarise, I have had a really positive experience with the Veil. I'm definitely going to play through part 2. Yeah, the storyline is, it starts slow, but it's pretty compelling. Although it's short, it's a good payoff, and there's at least 2 major choices that the player can obviously make. There is some replayability there. The POI system is mixed in with a handful of the places you visit on the exteriors, at least. There's some unique POIs that are well worth going through again. Some good details, some good dialogue. Yeah, I'm feeling really positive about the whole thing. I've really enjoyed my time playing through it, and I'm excited to go and have a look at the second half. He's pulled me in. And it ends in a big old spaceship battle. So, yeah, there's that as well. Now, for the elephant in the room. The price point. The Veil is currently available for 600 Creation Club credits. Here in the UK, 500 credits will set you back £4.99. Everyone who owns Starfield was gifted 100 credits by Bethesda upon the release of the Creation Club. So if you've never bought anything from this shop before, you could pick up the first half of this creation for just short of £5 sterling. But that's the thing, it's the first half. There is a second part to this expansion titled Beyond the Veil, which is also up on the store for 600 credits. Damn! So to get the full experience, you'd need to spend 1,200 credits. The cheapest way to buy yourself enough credits to own both parts would be to pick up one of the £4.99 packs alongside one of the 1,000 credit packs for £8.49, bringing the total spend to £13.48, which I don't think is too egregious, assuming there's a little more playtime in the second half. If you could get 10-15 hours out of that, it's bearable. I haven't played through that yet, but I will soon. As it stands right now, I'd recommend Almighty raise the price point of Beyond the Veil to maybe 800 credits and list the Veil for free to entice people in. Then, have them maybe able to buy just one pack of credits with a little left over. I'm not 100% sure how much control creators have over these price points, though. Obviously, this creation and the subsequent Beyond the Veil are professionally voiced, so I don't know if he's paid them up front or if they get a cut of the sales of the creations. I don't know how it all works. But at the end of the day, it's a full, fleshed-out, high-quality experience and feels in no way like a cash grab. If you're happy with the price point, I can happily recommend to you the Veil. It's a lot of fun. Now there is one small thing. Minor spoiler. This expansion does tackle issues concerning space exploration, deliberately left out of the base game. Major spoilers coming here. I am about to spoil something right now. The video has a timestamp, just skip ahead. I'll give you a second. Here we go. I'm going to spoil a big thing here. I'm going to do it. Intelligent alien life. It's here in this creation. Now, if I'd known that going in, it might have actually been enough to stop me from trying the Veil out. However, just like the voice acting, just like points of interest, just like the writing and creation overall, this intelligent alien race is beautifully implemented, and I think feels right at home within Starfield's universe. The way this guy's implemented doesn't take any liberties. It doesn't retcon anything or interfere with pre-established lore at all. The alien being is mysterious, difficult to interpret or get a good read on, and has a very intimidating presence whenever they're on the screen or speaking to the player character. It really is a credit to the Almighty how well this all comes together. It's all very tastefully done. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I've got to say on the Veil right now. There will be a part 2 coming where I'll review Beyond the Veil soon enough, so if you enjoyed this, stick around, check that out. If that's already out, it'll be linked down in the pinned comment at the top of the video comments section. I hope you found this entertaining, I hope you found this informative, I hope you've enjoyed watching the video for whatever reason. A like and a subscribe will go a long way for me, but you've already done me a massive favour just from watching to this point in the video. Thank you so much. I've been Gamer Limbo. I hope you have a good week and a good weekend. Goodbye for now.
Shall I deal with them?
Allow me.